I think it's probably got the best reaction of it all. Why would he do that? Why is he sending the ball out? Why is he, committing an unnecessary foul? Because that is totally an unnecessary foul there. It wasn't intended for the ball at all. And that's why he was annoyed, very annoyed.
Well, if
Fraser doesn't make him happy.
Yeah, if he was inside or closer to that fan.
Yeah. With the shot, nicely taken by the goalkeeper. Didn't trouble him that much. It's a textbook kind of kick and a textbook kind of save by the goalkeepers, the kind that they always use in training. This foul was very obvious in front of the referee. Daniel Demisia, the guilty man. It's going to be given out to Diredawa. And it's going to be given to Bahadar, I beg your pardon, against Diredawa. They're pushing, Gilbert, and that's the way it should be. You shouldn't wait until things get out of hand for you to get into defense. The best way to defend is to attack, and that's what they're doing. Coming into the box, and then it was going to be Fitsum who was going to control it, but he's losing concentration as well. And, he could have changed the statistics of the attacks here into maybe 16 for Bahadar if he had controlled that ball.
Well, one thing I like about Bahadar is that despite the fact that they're leading 1-0, they are not sitting on their laurels.
They're pushing. They are 14 goal attempts in total, just 6 shots on target, and 1 goal out of those 6 shots. The statistics then are not telling the true story of what this game should be like. Alemu, nice, giving it out on the left. Oh, the flag goes up for offside by risking getting himself a card for no reason. And he already has a yellow card. He shouldn't do that. He already has a yellow card. You don't play the ball after the whistle. He's not offside.
He's not offside. He's not offside.
And he picks up the ball, but the whistle has gone. Leave the ball there. Pushes it off the field of play.
He's not offside.
He's frustrated.
He's frustrated.
But that action can get him another yellow card. It would have been trouble because he already has 1 yellow card. This time round, I think the assistant referee wasn't looking at it very closely, or maybe because we get a chance to see it twice, we'll probably get a chance to analyze it as well. But you be the judge on that one. As Bahadar then pick it up again in the middle of the field, and they have a chance again up at the front where they are playing 2-on-2. This is Fitsum Alemu, and out on the left side where the space is, and bring it into the box. A shot that sizzles off the field of play. Oh, it was a sizzler, wasn't it, Gilbert?
That was a sizzler of a shot, and they want to bring in Bereket, that is number 12.
Yeah, you see, they know that Baye is risking himself, and the coach needs him.
Yes.
And so he knows that if I leave him in the game at the moment, he's at the risk of getting a second yellow card. So they're pulling out Baye. They're bringing in Bereket instead. They're almost there with the Bahadar side. Almost there. And Tigabu Bereket is the one who comes into play. Pulling out Baye has saved him from further punishment that might have come from the referee, Gilbert.
Yes, and they're looking at the next game because they would have lost him in the next game, and I think that's a very, very good tactical situation that has been taken by Coach Fasil Tekalin.
Well, now it will leave Fitsum as the out-and-out striker up at the front with just about a minute remaining in this game. 8 corners in total in this game, and a free kick that has been given to the a throw-in that has been given to the Bahadar side. Quickly brought in. And pushed into the midfield. They're going to miss Baye, though, because the honest truth is he's got a way of getting through the defenders every time he has the ball. And he's also got a way of just noticing the man who needs to get the ball up to, at the front. Now they'll leave Fitsum Alemu up at the front. The defensive formation has 5 midfielders on the Bahadar side, and they're leaving the back 4 as well intact to try and cut out every action that will be coming in from the Diredawa side. At least that's what I think they are reading in this game. We've got 5 minutes. It's a lot of time in a game of football, Gilbert.
There's a lot of time, and they need to get that ball as quickly as possible out of that area, because any slight mistake, the ball is picked and the transition would be dire for them.
They need to, but they also need to know who they're getting the ball to. Now we got a player on the ground. Aferwak will take a little bit of his sweet time down there because he knows the game is almost coming to an end. So He won't be in a hurry. Ayolua Ferwok is the man on the ground. Yeah, of course, there's also tired legs here. Now, the medics are being told to wait for the stretcher to come on and then to get him off the field of play so that play can continue. Just the one thing that players must understand, any stoppage within stoppage time is added to added time.
It is.
Look at Fasil. Fisher on the other side just needs to hydrate a bit. It's not an easy job being a coach, especially if you are on the losing side.
I'm telling you, it's only that they are 7 years
younger, you mean?
Younger.
Wow.
In this country.
That doesn't help because you're measuring him with other countries who are 7 years ahead.
If he was in a country which was 7 years ahead, he would have counted to be a very old man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what you mean. No, he's still his right age now because he's been here and he's coaching here as well. So no advantages to him. You know, we've seen these cards to goalkeepers. You get fined once you accumulate 5 yellow cards. Harrison Esu should just go and play the ball. Goalkeepers have been yellow carded in this Ethiopian Premier League. I will count for you probably the next game. You make a date with us and I'll let you know when we will be telling you just how many goalkeepers have gotten yellow cards and how many times. But 5 yellow cards accumulated in the team apparently calls for a fine to the club. That's what I have heard it say. Odessa touches this one on the head and sends it off the field of play for a throw-in. We're playing the 3rd minute of added time. Diredawa should not get desperate at all. They should just play their game. Probably just hold possession, run it around a bit. They've left Fistum up at the front. Big boot to Daniel Demise. Another chance to try and bring it in. That would be dangerous play if he had touched it. A good little touch. That sends the ball out to the other side. You know the reason why that happens. You just want to take a little time before the throw-in comes back. And someone is the man who does it. They're desperate to keep that lead, Gilbert. They're very desperate.
They are very, very desperate. There are very few minutes, maybe 2 to be precise, to try and at least hold on to that lead.
A throw-in? The other side is also true. They've got only 2 minutes to try and get a point out of this one. It's going to be a free kick. And it's going to be for Diredawa. So, just about 1.5 minutes remaining here. After 2 losses and a draw, with only 2 wins, Diredawa might just be showing their clothes again. In a game in which they have tried so much not to put in too much energy, not to put in too little energy, not to go too far forward, not to stay too much in defense, not to push too hard, neither not to sit back too hard. And it has worked in their favor. Well, at least up to now. And then they have known the value of just taking individual effort, and which has come in handy coming from the defender, Ahmed Rashid. The question is, can they have the character then to keep it that way? Harrison Esu gives us those anxious moments that we've seen in goalkeepers where they try to do something fancy with the ball and don't hold it in their hands, and then they end up conceding a goal. But this time around, he's got it permanent there. He's got a yellow card already, and he knows he can't stand another one. 30 seconds in added time remaining. Picked in the midfield by Daniel Demise. The attempt will be solely to try and get it up at the front, and they couldn't get it to Unwasen Dereje. Gilbert, your summation of this one. We got 20 seconds in regular time. I think there's going to be a minute or so of added time as well.
We've seen a very, very organized team from Diredawa. Defensively, they've been very, very resolute in the midfield.
Oh, that's the whistle then. Bang, with 4 seconds remaining of the added time. Fitsu Malemu will have done his best to put Diredawa into a win. Fasil is relieved, so are the fans of Diredawa.